Hello everybody and welcome to Chef Glen's Kitchen, where you can do it. Learn and love to cook with a world champion. Okay, the last sauce I'd like to show you is a white cream sauce or milk sauce. You can make this with milk, you can make this with 2% skim, homogenized. If you want it really rich, you can use coffee cream, which is 10% fat. You can use 18% fat, or you can even use whipping cream. Whipping cream is already thick to begin with, so you don't need to add a lot of thickening agent to it. It tastes very rich, but it'll also kill you, like a hollandaise sauce. So what I've got going here is I've heated my milk up. In my pot, I have some liquid gold clarified butter. We're just going to add a little bit of flour in there. We're going to mix that up. And we need some more flour in there. I'm not measuring this one, I'm just going by eye. So there we have a nice little roux going. I'm going to remove that from the heat and just let it sit for a minute. And I'll be back in 2 minutes. Okay, while we're waiting for our roux to cool down a little bit, let's just do a quick review. A roux is the first thing in the pot. It's a fat and it's flour, and it cooks. It surrounds all the starch granules with your fat. You cool it down and you feed a liquid slowly into the roux and let the starch release into the liquid, which then thickens your product. A beurre meunier works the exact opposite way. It's made with whole butter and flour, and it is added to a liquid, reverse than a roux. A roux, you need to cook it out a little bit. A beurre meunier, with the whole butter in there, you want that flavor. So once it goes into a liquid, you whisk it in, you get that nice smooth consistency. You just need to simmer for a minute or two and it's a done deal. You can go ahead and season. Cornstarch, if you're looking for the clear glazy sauce, you just use cornstarch, which is a refined starch, requires no cooking time. Dissolve it in a cold liquid, add it to a hot liquid, and remember, in cooking, you can always add more, but once it's in there, you can't take it out. So add a little bit, stir, within a minute you're going to know how thick that sauce is. If it's not thick enough, add a little bit more and proceed from there to get the desired consistency that you're looking for. Let's go back to our bechamel. Bechamel is a standard white sauce in the kitchen, whether in professional or at home, can be used for many things. So we've cooled our roux. We have our milk that's been warmed up. Just going to feed a little bit of milk in there. We're going to stir that up a little bit. And while we're just waiting for our roux and our milk to become homogenized here, let's just talk about what can we use a white sauce for. If you're going to make a casserole, you've cooked some pasta, you've got some meat, some veggies, what have you, and you're going to mix it all together and bake it in the oven. This is perfect for that. Remember though, you don't want a very thick sauce when making for a casserole, because the starch that is on the pasta, while it is baking in your oven, the starch is going to release from the pasta and it's actually going to thicken your sauce up more. This sauce can be used for things like scallop potatoes, au gratin potatoes. I'm going to turn this into a cheese sauce, which you can use in casseroles, directly on vegetables. I have a friend who their kids will not eat vegetables. So I showed him how to make a cheese sauce. He makes about 2 liters of cheese sauce per week, keeps it in the fridge, puts it on every vegetable he serves to his kids, and they eat it right, they eat every last little bite, all thanks to the cheese sauce that's on there. So we're just going to cook this a little more and let this stir in. These lumps will dissolve with your spoon. Once you can start seeing a little bit of bubblies from the bottom, you know that it's getting thick and it's almost time to add a little bit more liquid. So we're going to do that a little bit. Stir that in. Keep stirring till everything dissolves. Maybe a little bit more heat. Meanwhile, I've grated some cheese. You can put any kind of cheese you like into the sauce. If you don't want to make the whole pot of sauce into a cheese sauce, make yourself a pot full, divide it in half, leave some as plain white sauce for casseroles, fettuccine alfredo, anything you can use a white sauce for. Add the cheese sauce or add the grated cheese to it. This is a marble. You can add cheddar, you can add mozzarella if you want white, you can add a combination. The one thing the cheese will do though, it's going to act as a little bit of a thickening agent in the final product. So you don't want to make your product thick to begin with and then add cheese. You want it to be a little bit more on the thinner side to let the cheese do what it needs to do. Okay, so this is ready for a little bit more milk. You can see everything's starting to blend together nicely in there now. Becoming homogenized. There we have a nice white smooth sauce. We're just going to take some cheese. We're going to sprinkle it in there. In about 1 to 2 minutes the cheese will melt. And this would be a good consistency right here to put on those kids' vegetables I told you. Or you can use this in a casserole, use it for any pasta. But there you have it, a nice cheese sauce made straight from bechamel. Again, using a white roux, cool the roux, feed your hot milk, stir, let it be, stir, let it be. Same thing with the other two roux, the beurre meunier, the cornstarch. I've just shown you the 3 most commonly used thickening agents in the kitchen. I hope that you can make perfect sauces from now on using a spoon and not a whisk. If you have to use a whisk, use one and just don't tell anybody. Cheat, you know, make it look good. Well, please hit the thumbs up down below. Subscribe. Put something in the comments, suggestions, recommendations, requests. Once again, thanks for watching Chef Glen's Kitchen. Happy cooking. Until next time,